Greetings and welcome back, everybody. This 28th and nearly last day of March. What a beautiful day it's been in the neighborhood. A lot of folks trying to get out and enjoy a little of the nice weather, and you've got more opportunities to do so. We've also got another cold front coming, of course. We're going to take a pretty big hit temperature-wise over the course of your weekend. I'm going to drop about 40 degrees, 35 to 40 degrees from daytime high to nighttime lows. We've got a few shower chances, but really, all in all, not a bad forecast at all. Only a few words of warning as far as hazardous outlooks are concerned. That still increased risk of wildfires in much of eastern Kentucky early this evening. A lot of dry air and some gusty winds coming out of the south, southwest, but we do have some thunderstorms that are possible Saturday afternoon and evening. And then we've got some frost to speak of, well, and then that front that brings us those shower chances for Saturday brings us some cooler air. Relatively short-lived, will rebound rather quickly, and I'll get to that in more detail in just a few moments. Just a clarification or a follow-up, if you will, from a report that I aired last night. A small portion of that got omitted, just a glitch, or not a glitch, it was just a section that got clipped out. We'll go back and just cover that briefly. The Johnson County Board of Education met this week and discussed several things, several special recognitions. Flag Gap Elementary got some really great financial news. You don't just say that very often with school systems anymore. Also, they have put a program in place now for the past couple of years, testing, not state testing, but their own with this program in an effort to boost testing scores and improve education. And the curriculum coordinator will tell everyone how well it's working in Johnson County, and indeed it is. And they got a new app that I thought was really nice for the Johnson County school system. I was 7, I guess, the first time it rolled around, closing in on 8, and it's hard to believe they've been around here 45 years. It's that time of year, close to Derby Day, which means it's close to something near and dear to our hearts here as well. So all that in just a few seconds. A couple of other things. So today is the last day. Legislators in Kentucky have 30 days to meet during their legislative session during odd number of years. It's 2019. Today's the 30th and final day, and we're still awaiting what's going to happen with House Bill 358. Of course, that was the one presented to legislators that would give, should it pass, a bit of a reprieve, if you will, for a year before everyone would have to see benefits, those being retirement benefits, paid in, go from the 40 percentile to the 80 percentile, which, as we've covered here quite well, in my opinion, and on the program and in the newspaper today, well, it could go to shutter the doors of health departments like the McGoffin County Health Department, and it's going to affect everyone on that retirement system. So we're closely awaiting that. Right now, I don't have any new information except to quote Bluegrass Politics, and this was just a couple of hours ago. That's the last thing I've heard before locking myself here in the newsroom, and that was that the Senate had not receded from House Bill 58, the quasi-agency pension bill, and they were naming members for a full conference committee to be appointed and set rather quickly, of course, to try to work out the differences between those parties involved. So I'm still not, at this moment, maybe before I leave you, bringing you any knowledge or update on House Bill 358. If I can get that before we leave you for tonight, most certainly we will. Well, they've avoided, it looks as though, a strike. It still has to be brought before a vote by the members. It only has to pass by a simple majority of those within the ARH hospital system. That's all facilities with the exception of Hyden and Barberville. The rest have at least some union employees. Not all employees throughout the ARH system or facilities, like Morgan County, for example, are union. Some are not. However, ARH and the United Steelworkers Union have come to some sort of a tentative 3-year agreement right now that would stave off any type of a strike, which has been threatened by employees over the past few days and weeks. And they have come to that agreement, which once again will come for a vote in the next few days. It looks as though they will continue business as usual. We'll let you know if that changes. I'm going to pick up our first headline right after these messages. Your new IGA has fresh brewed coffees and delicious donuts made 7 days a week. Daily made breads piled high with any meat or cheese you can think of. And come and taste the salads, broccoli and cauliflower, cornbread, and their gourmet chicken salad made fresh right here. They've got fruit and vegetable and meat trays made with a little love, and celebrate anything with perfectly professionally made cakes. All fresh and ready for your next meal, party, or event. At your Sayersville IGA, where it's a new day, place, and way to shop. Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing this. Stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything with 6 months no interest financing and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville.
It's taking over. There's no escape. You better get moving. Ready or not. It's about to go down. Here it comes now. Get ready. Get ready. Moving. Ready or not. Get ready.
Car wrecks, truck wreck, disability, workers' comp, slip and fall,
wrongful death.
your case matters to you.
Your case matters to us. Contact McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Spring's here, well, at the seasonal shop with new arrivals in every department like women's mud pie and Charlie Page clothes, the perfect addition to your wardrobe. And Simply Southern is simply fully stocked, and they've got a lot of new items, new short sleeve tees, key rings, planners, caps, wallets, purses, and more. And speaking of more, Mary Square is at the shop. This beautiful line makes a perfect gift or a great way to brighten your day, featuring everything from Bible covers to notebooks to lanyards, badge holders, bottles, cups, and ID holders. And their home decor section is absolutely filled wall to wall with new arrivals, all to make your house the home you want it to be. All at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop. It's a new day of deals every day at Parkway Gun and Pawn, with an always new selection of like new musical instruments, power and hand tools, not to mention jewelry, games, guns and ammo, and popular hard to find electronics, from Guitar Hero to amps to a pro quality karaoke machine just in. It's all here today, gone tomorrow for pennies on the dollar at Parkway Gun and Pawn. A correction to a drug-related arrest report that I had last night. In reviewing the program for the Late Show last night, I noticed that about a half of a phrase or sentence had been omitted, and we worked very closely yesterday here in the newsroom to try to make sure that we had all of that correct. There was a portion of a sentence that had been deleted, just clipped out of the final edit, that came after I had described in the case against Kathy Puckett of Sagersville that many pill bottles which were found in her residence by Sagersville police back last Friday were prescription medications prescribed to many other individuals in different names. Most of those were non-narcotic pills. However, there was a small variety of narcotic prescription medications found in one particular unmarked bottle, as well as a quantity of marijuana. There were also 2 pill bottles outlined in the citation that had been prescribed to Puckett. One filled 2 days prior with originally 90 units of gabapentin, which only had 49.5 left. Another bottle prescribed 2 days before with 120 doses of hydrocodone and only 80 left. In all, Puckett was charged with 44 separate counts, 14 counts of trafficking in alleged drugs, 17 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia, 6 counts of possession of marijuana, 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance in the third, as well as possession of a controlled substance in the first, and trafficking in marijuana and trafficking in a controlled substance in the first, second, and third degrees. And a subsequent citation, which was also penned by Officer Salyer, indicates that when they went back to arrest Puckett after not initially taking her into custody on Friday night, but last night, when she was asked if she had anything on her possession, she turned over a Tylenol 3 that was in her pocket. With Salyer also noting, however, that after she was placed in the back of his cruiser and then removed from it and taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center, he later found a cellophane wrapper with 3 clonazepam in it, and she was subsequently charged with another count of possession of a controlled substance in the third degree. It was the description about those 2 pill bottles that were in her name with those pills missing that was not included in its entirety in last night's broadcast. Puckett is still being held on a $10,000 cash bond per our last update on those 46 counts in the Big Sandy jail. Well, it's hard to imagine, but indeed it is that time. It's the 40th time, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah, number 40. And we never see this, but I guess as time goes on, we have to realize that time does go on. So starting on May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, we'll be conducting the 40th annual media auction live from here at the Rescue Squad building. We'll be collecting and sending out letters right now, be collecting items from all the business areas, and we please help us again by donating the items that we need to sell. If you don't have an item, we always take donations, monetary, but we still need items to sell and for the general public to bid on. And again, number 40, and we'd like to make this maybe a little special occasion. If you can give us a little extra, we sure need it, because we lost some stuff during the flood. We will get reimbursed by insurance, but when the insurance renewal time comes up, I'm sure we're going to have to take a hit in the premium, and it'll go up. So eventually, how insurance companies are, you eventually pay for it, whatever you get back. So anyway, 40th annual here at McGoffin County Rescue Squad, and we'll be actually working on 45 years of service to the McGoffin Countyans and all those who travel through it. If you'd like further information, call 349-5500. My cell number is 496-6155, and I usually don't turn on until after like 12 o'clock, so I try to stay retired a little bit. Or you can mail a donation to McGoffin County Rescue Squad, P.O. Box 155, Sayersville, Kentucky, 41465. And as always, money's great, items are better. Anything you can come about with, we sure appreciate it. That'd be worthwhile, that the public would be interested in buying. So again, let's hear from you, and we'll be giving you an update later as the items come in and further information.
And wrapping up, or I believe at least nearly wrapping up, local governmental coverage for McGoffin and Johnson counties for the month of March. The Johnson County Board of Education met in special session earlier this week. There were several special presentations at the beginning of the meeting, the Eagle Awards. Also some really good financial news for Flat Gap Elementary, who was hosting this month's meeting. And we also got to hear about an interesting program that is focusing on testing, as well as a new app for the Johnson County School District. First off, they began with several special presentations. First off, Energy Fair winners and top finishers. This is grades K through 6. Congratulations to all. The Eagle Award was first presented to a classified personnel who is credited for always going above and beyond duty, a great asset to both school and community. Well known to assist her students in any occasion, her flooded neighbors in other such occasions. Pam Tackett of the Flat Gap Family Resource Center. The certified personnel recognized, working in multiple positions at multiple schools, makes sure that she tends to all students' needs. With too many titles to mention and not enough titles to do justice to the job that she does, all with a little humor, we are told. Amy Case. Going on to the school report for hosting School Flat Gap Elementary, Principal Chris Pierce outlined that the school just received the 21st Century Grant for next year.
Major part due to Miss Jessica Mullins, Miss Larissa Witten, and Miss Kimberly Gibbons, who's one of our parents. The three of them worked a lot of hours together writing that grant, and we got awarded it. What that does is that gives our school $150,000 a year for the next few years to do after-school programming for our students out here to meet their needs and offer some things that maybe they wouldn't have an opportunity to do. We're really excited about it. We're working out the particulars on it right now. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet until after we have a meeting. We've got a meeting with KDE here in the next couple of weeks and those type things. And as soon as we figure it out, I'll let you guys know. We'll do a video on it. I'll put you in what it is. I do know this, that open house is going to be August 6th. August 6th will be open house. And at that time, we will have a back to school bash that is funded by the 21st Century Grant. And we will encourage all parents and children to come out and sign up for the programming. And we'll have food and fun inflatables and those type things. So we're really excited about that situation.
Pierce also thanked the Flat Gap Elementary boosters for raising enough funds to purchase 4 inflatables for their school. Then on to Miss Patton. She discussed Exact Path exams. This is a program chosen by the school district to help improve testing and educational scores. In doing a diagnosis at the beginning of the year for students district-wide in K through 8th grades in reading, language arts, and math, and then doing a test in the middle of the year and then one at the end of the year to gauge their performance.
This is the area of language arts, but you can see that the red indicates students who are below average. So at the beginning of the year, we had this many students, and that's about up to close to about 58% who were below average in language arts. But you can see how that average went down from the pre-test to the mid-test. So that's really, really good. Now, students that were on grade level, we were right at 30% for our entire district. So this isn't just for Flat Gap School. This is for the entire district. But look what's happened from the pre-test to the mid-test. We've gone up. The students are scoring on average at a higher rate. So that's really good. The dark green represents the students that started the year above average, and look at the increase here. So it's definitely showing us the results that we hope that it would.
Patton added that this is the second year for this testing program, and they're anxious to see what results it will have with the state testing later in the spring. And lastly, an unveiling of the new app for the Johnson County School District that goes along with their new webpage.
This is the home screen. Tap the school's icon in the top right or swipe left to select a specific school. Tap the 3 horizontal lines in the top left or swipe right to see all the menu items. To turn on push notifications, tap Settings and select Turn on Notifications. You can even pick which school to receive notifications from. The Events section shows a list of all events throughout the district. You can use this button to add an event to your calendar, or tap here to share the event with friends and family. The cafeteria menu is listed under Dining. Here you'll find an easy-to-navigate weekly menu sorted by day and meal type. Live feed is where you'll find updates from administration about what's going on in the district right now, whether that's celebrating a student's success or reminding you about an upcoming deadline. Search Johnson County Schools in the App Store or Play Store to explore the app for yourself. It's everything JC Schools in your pocket.
And lastly, Chairman Bob Hutchison recognized Superintendent of Schools Tom Cochran by referring to the superintendent's recent evaluation.
On behalf of the board, I'd like to mention that on the superintendent's evaluation, that the board is all in agreement that Mr. Cochran has done a wonderful job in all aspects of his leadership. He works well with individuals, he listens well, his positive attitude carries over with others, making him a great leader and motivator. We as the board could not be more pleased with his performance as a superintendent at this point in time. Therefore, we'd ask for adoption of the evaluation that's been done on him. Motion's been made, motion's been seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you. I'll be right back with the rest of the show. The flu and flu-like illnesses are widespread in Kentucky, and they're not going away anytime soon. So odds are, if you aren't or haven't been sick, you likely will be. And Parkway Pharmacy has exactly what we all need to fight it and any other cold or illness. From immune boosters for adults and children as young as 2 to all-natural homeopathics made right here in the United States of America. They can help prevent you from getting sick or get you fast relief if you already are. With great tasting and easy-taking gummies, powdered mixes, rapid-melting fruity tablets, and syrups at Parkway Pharmacy. Colorectal cancer is the number 2 leading cancer death in the U.S., with 90% of new cases in people 50 or older. And while people with family histories have 2 to 3 times greater probability of getting colorectal cancer, 80% of the new cases are in people without a family history. And Hope Family Medical Center wants to remind you that they're here with simple, easy, at-home fit testing so you can get the reassurance you need if you're over 50 or have a family history of colorectal cancer or just want to be sure. It's another way that Hope Family Medical Center wants you to be healthy. Call or come in today. Oh my, you really have to stop and check out just some of the specials this week at your Sagersville Save-A-Lot, like boneless chuck roast, $3.99 a pound, New York strip steaks, fresh, $4.49 a pound. All your favorite Little Debbie cakes, 2 for $3. And get two 3-pound bags of Red Gold, Gala, or Fuji apples for $4. That's 6 pounds. Milk's favorite cookies on sale, just $2.99 this week. And big bonus jars of Kraft mayonnaise, 36 ounces, just $2.89. Sale prices good through closing time Tuesday at your Sagersville Save-A-Lot, where you can shop other incredible in-store specials every week with no gimmicks, just low prices. From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville. 349-8785. At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National. Tonight's community calendar starts off with a birthday. Bonnie Ingram, happy birthday to you. I've got a couple of wishes here for you, Bonnie. The first was happy 65th birthday from family, friends, nieces, nephews. They all love you lots. And from your niece, Amy Shepard, family and friends, happy birthday to you too. So happy birthday, Bonnie Ingram, with a lot of love from a lot of family and friends. And not a lot of other things happening on tonight's community calendar. I don't say that often, but it does give me a chance just to remind you that when you do have an announcement for your church, group, nonprofit organization, or birthday or anniversary for your friend or family or loved one, that in front of you, that's just many of the ways that you can get them to me so I can tell everyone about them. From there, we'll go on and leave your McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar and head to tonight's funeral service announcements. They are provided, of course, nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And they begin tonight with a reminder of services starting tomorrow at 1 for Edward Earl Elb Gamble, 81, of Gamble Branch Road, who passed away earlier this week. Once again, services to be held in his honor tomorrow at 1. And today I've been told of the passing of 67-year-old Judy Francis. Judy passed away on today's date, and I'm understanding that arrangements are still being set in her honor at this time and will be announced soon on behalf of the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Once again, 67-year-old Judy Francis of Sagersville passed away earlier today. Ultra low carb and ultra tasty doesn't come together very often, but it has at your Sagersville Lee's with our new low carb plate. With tender all-white breast strips oven roasted in our famous spices, our famous green beans, and our new ham-seasoned cooked cabbage. And for a limited time, get $2 off with a coupon in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent. That's right, save $2 and eat just about as many carbs at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have 2 locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
I've got a special, albeit personal announcement that I am just dying to share with you before I leave you tonight. That comes after your Licking Valley RECC forecast, where keep in mind we are still seeing an increased risk for forest fire this evening, or forest fires this evening, due to the continued gusty southwest winds, all the dry air, and relative low humidity. Keep that in mind. It is forest fire hazard season, which means no burning after 6 a.m. in the morning until after 6 p.m. in the evening. And there's some frost and freezing rain in the forecast that we're going to have to talk about too. Overall, a pretty nice forecast. It does have a few swings temperature-wise, and we'll get there in just a few seconds. A low of 49 tonight, though. Partly cloudy skies and a continued southwesterly breeze, if you will, if that 5 to 7 miles per hour. Rather decent end to a rather nice day. Tomorrow for your Friday, 66, but more clouds than sun for the last day of the regular work week. A low of 50 tomorrow night, and you'll notice shower chances work their way back into the forecast. We'll throw in about a 20% chance of showers tomorrow, mainly after 2, about a 40% chance during the overnight, and then those chances go to a full-blown likelihood on your Saturday. We'll see a 60% early, a 100% chance later on your Saturday. We're going to see cloudy skies, obviously, and maybe even some thunderstorms as well with this system. And winds blowing out of the southwest, 7 to 20 to 28 mile per hour gust as well on your Saturday. It's going to be a warm 73 degrees Saturday, but it's going to be a wet, windy, blustery one at that. And then look what temperatures do Saturday. That's where the front rolls through. We go from 73 during the day to the upper 30s at night, and we only climb about 9 degrees for Sunday's high. That's right, 47 with gradually clearing skies on your Sunday. I think we'll see a little sun return. We'll see calm conditions, clear conditions, a little frost that night, just a cooler Sunday. Temperatures rebound to 52 and sunny on your Monday, a low of 31, so some more frost in our picture at the beginning of next week. 55 and partly sunny on your Tuesday. There is only a 10% chance of showers on Tuesday, hardly worth putting in there, but it's there, and that's the only one between Sunday and next Thursday. Wednesday, 64 and sunny, still with a little frost. Thursday of next week, another 70-degree, mostly sunny day. So, lastly, before I leave you, I'm busting at the seams to share this with everyone. And I had the same emotional experience earlier in the week, and you may recall, if you read it in the paper, saw it on the show, of course we were blasting it all over social media as we were so proud of Andrew. He was deemed a Rogers Scholar recipient, as was Lacey when she received word that she was accepted into the program. You go through the program after being accepted in your sophomore year of high school, and it essentially means a scholarship for your undergraduate studies. And, for example, at Morehead State University, it's a full ride, and that's where she is, of course, and much to our delight, and it's been life-changing for her. And Andrew applied for the same scholarship. And as I told you earlier this week, he was accepted along with 2 other high school sophomores as well. And we were just thrilled beyond belief that he, too, was accepted into such a program. But since then, we've been waiting for another phone call that came today. And it came from what I'm sure, well, I know was a teary-eyed and a stumbling-voiced Lacey at the other end of the phone. And for a split second, I thought it was something else. But it was some good news, however. She, as a sophomore in the biomedical science field at Morehead State University, applied for what's called the Early Assurance Program. It is a program that's designed to provide college students from partner colleges and universities with the University of Kentucky the opportunity to complete their college and medical school education in the region, and to encourage them to come back and establish practice in this part of the state. Students apply to the EAP during their spring semester of their sophomore year. Accepted students receive assured admission to the University of Kentucky College of Medicine. You can see where this is going. She applied. She went before the screening committee a few weeks ago, and we had little doubt that she would be accepted based just on who she is and what she has done and all that she has worked so hard for. But, you never know. Now we know. Our Lacey, after going before the committee, was notified by that committee earlier today that she was accepted and assured a spot in medical school at the University of Kentucky, just so long as she continues along the same path and completes the program. And I have no words, more tears than words, to describe how proud we are of this young lady whose mind is as big as her heart and her future, and vice versa. I just simply wanted to say congratulations to my daughter. I know she's not here in the program, and she already knows how Daddy feels, and everyone else that she's talked to on the phone, as we've all burst into tears of joy. But I just wanted to make sure that I got a chance to tell you all tonight and share with you. So there you go. Congratulations to our dear Lacey on another outstanding job well done. then that's all the words I have, except to say that we love her and, again, are so proud of her. And then I hope to see you back here tomorrow night for more of Your News Today. Thank you for watching.